Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Jesus. Oh, he's playing as Gragas. I love Gragas. I love Gragas. He's my favorite champion. Love me some Gragas. So, this is a normal game. Blind pick. Oddly enough, no doubles. We're going to see Jungle Amumu in this game. Always fun to see. Looks like he's playing with... It looks like a 4-man queue, which might be why it's in normal mode, because in ranked it's either duo or solo. So, or I think you actually can 5-man it. I'm not sure. I think it's only duo or solo though. But he's got his Oda Master, it's Ray, and Fap Time up in his bitch. I think also Guile is dope as part of his pre-made. So Oda will be playing the Dueler, the Vayne, the Great Carry, the high damage, high DPS. The only way to counter is with a lot of HP. They were able to get a Soraka too. Oh man, just fucking kill me now. Really. That's not a fun team to be fighting against. Especially with the Moo ganks. Let me tell you something about the Moo ganks. If you thought cake farts were terrible and horrible to witness, a good Amumu gank is a terrifying situation to be in. Excellent Draven skin. Pretty cool Draven skin. They do have some players up in here that are in a higher ranking than their enemies. Pretty sure that gold is higher than silver. At least when it comes to team. Looks like the solo queue rank is favoring Fap Time. Chocolate truffles. Last time I had truffles, they put them in macaroni and cheese, and it was disgusting. I don't know, there's nothing wrong with truffles. There is something wrong with putting them in macaroni and cheese. Fucking French chefs, I swear. Like, really. Just thinking about how terrible that tasted made me want to drink something. That's how bad it was. That was terrible. So, when we look at these teams, we see Burst down here. This is Burst. This is Team Burst. They are going to take your full HP bar to nothing. This here is Team Poke Initiation. Poke, 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 poke. Initiate, and then kill. Just kill all day. Draven does it all. Not sure if Gragas is going mid or if Talon is. Do know this, Talon's not jungling. These two I know where they're going. Talon is going top. Okay, Gragas is mid. Okay. Talon could go mid, and so can Gragas. They're both strong top laners and strong mids. Talon's a strong mid because of his great silence and excellent physical damage burst. He's a really strong counter pick to people like Morgana because he does physical damage. He has a good silence. He has good burst that she can't mitigate with her spell shield. So you tend to beat her up when you go against her. The warding totems, scrying orbs. Now instead of getting, clairvoyance, you can get something called a scrying orb. And that basically works like clairvoyance, where you can reveal an area of the map. Here we see a pretty well spread out purple team. They do not want an invade, as it seems. But it would appear that Olaf would like to jungle, and early game, Olaf is pretty susceptible to an invade. Just like Talon can be. If he is jungling. But if they decided to go after the blue in this game, Talon would have been fucked. He would have been so fucked. He would have been like, oh god, and then just die. The If they just came out of this bush and just flashed on top of him, it would have been over. The game would have just been done. One of the best ways to learn League, other than, of course, commentating it and talking to people who do know a lot about the game, is to go to the Reddit r/r League of Legends. They tend to have a lot of meta talks, so you can really keep up with what champions are pretty strong in the current meta, why they're strong, why you'll see them in competitive play, what kind of builds are very strong, what items are very commonly built, and why. Not to mention you can ask things to help, and usually you will find people that will assist you, but it is Reddit. It's filled with some of the shittiest people on the internet, so don't go in there expecting a very supportive situation. Unless you are a pedophile, they will do everything in their power to assist you if you are a pedophile, because that is what Reddit likes. They love pedophiles. So, I mean, if you want to, try to find a happy middle ground there, feel free. I personally do not want to find a happy middle ground. So, we have the top laners here, Jax versus Talon. This heavily favors Talon. Personally, I would have put Gragas up here. Gragas is going to be able to poke down Jax. They're both going to be just as vulnerable, both going to be just as... But Talon relies on physical damage, you know? Jax has dodge. At the end of the day, he has to hit him in order to get that Noxian diplomacy. You know, he has to hit him. So, if Jax dodges that, boom, he's lost a huge percentage of the damage that he needs. Olaf wants to gank early while Katarina dies. Whew, underneath her turret, that's always a shame. This is why I love Gragas. Here, ready? Watch. Simple Amumu gank. Probably going to be textbook. Here it is. Throws out the stun. Excellent. In comes the barrel. Body slam. Ignite for the kill. Actually, I think it was red buff for the kill. No ignite. He doesn't have ignite, and he doesn't have ignite. So red buff got the kill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Personally, I think that Santa Gragas is the best thing to happen to League of Legends. There is nothing to compare it to, because it is literally the best thing to happen to League of Legends. He is the best skin ever created for a champion, to the point where other skins actually cry themselves to sleep because they are aware of how inadequate they are in relation to the best skin ever created for this game, Santa Gragas. Whenever he uses his Drunken Rage, he's covered in peppermints and candies and candy canes, and he's just such a jovial person. He doesn't roll out barrels anymore. He throws out barrel-shaped presents. Not to mention, he has the best splash art in the game. People try to compare it to Lollipoppy, but I'm sorry, there is no comparison. Let's get back and look at this quick gank here. Ooh, Amumu trying to do a little bit of counter jungling. Let me tell you something about counter jungle Amumu. It doesn't work. Gonna get caught there and killed by Jax. I'm not sure if he should have done that. He probably should have given the kill to Katarina, who was behind. You have to really pay attention to who's behind and who's ahead in their lanes, and react accordingly. Katarina died in her lane. I mean, we saw it happen. So, she needed that kill. You know, she needed it. And it was taken from her. And that's not good. Katarina needs these kind of kills. Like, not the assists, the kills. She's not a support. She doesn't have the items or abilities to get away with that. Draven gets a quick kill on the Vayne, but Annie able to turn that around. Wait a minute. Let me go back in time here. Draven is the one who's killed by Vayne, and then Annie turns it around. Sorry. got a little mixed up because I need to really get used to like what these mean. Keep thinking that the first person is the dead one. Don't know why. Soraka does not have her ultimate yet. That's why they're dying down here. When Soraka's level 6, these deaths start happening a whole lot less. Speaking of death, in comes the Amumu. Annie is not necessarily wise to what's going on. Amumu gave up his positioning. Amumu, come on, man. Get in the game, bro. You're not even level 6. What are you doing being this aggressive? Once you have the Curse of the Sad Mummy, you're good to go. You can be out of position. You can flub up a gank. It's fine. You've got 1,000,005 seconds on your snares and stuns. Plenty of time for your teammates to fix your mistakes. That's why he's a pretty safe jungler, to be honest. Now, he sucks at jungling because he has the slowest creep clear in the game when it comes to jungling. He is so slow. But his ganks are so safe because you have so much time to let your teammates sit there and react and do damage and just be overall useful during the gank. Gragas is so annoying for enemies. He's so good at last hitting because of his drunken rage. His barrel is good at poking. It's going to be hitting you for so much HP. And his drunken rage is giving him tons and tons of mana between every barrel. You can see here he's going to farm all the creeps and get the blue buff. Blue buff on Gragas is basically death sentence. Ooh, wow, really? Gotta see how this happened. Can we back up like a little bit more? Yeah, that should be a lot better. So here we can see some of the trades. Oh, that's really safe trading by the big boy Talon. You can see that he uses his silence to go in, and instead of using Noxian Diplomacy for the trade, which you will usually see that is the combination of damage used, he uses his rake, and then using his ultimate is able to easily take him out. Like, you'll notice that he's not using his main damage attack. It really is his main damage attack is going to be his Noxian Diplomacy. It's usually reflected in their builds. Alrighty, have a good night. That European connection. Every European I know has like the worst internet. It's just something about the internet over there, overseas. Just absolute crap, and I don't know why. Neither do they. They're just so far behind in internet. And I know a lot of Europeans with internet. I was in a clan in Lineage 2 when I was playing it with a lot of Europeans there. They all complained about the same problems. Where their internet was just absolute trash. One of them had good internet, but it was because he literally lived down the street from like where the connection was being broadcast from. Not everybody has that privilege. OP Fap Time, as you can see, holding his own, even though it's a 2v1, ends up missing his body slam and taking the full brunt of that Death Lotus. But he's still able to keep himself alive here, throwing out that cask, though. Oh, that's a dead Katarina. Alright, so 1 kill. Will we see the second kill? Excellent body slam, perfect timing to get away from that axe, and in comes Amumu. He's going to be using his barrel. His barrel is still dangerous if he were to get back in, but he knows better. One of the biggest mistakes you can make against Olaf is go back in with low HP. Because his axe that he throws, right here, the undertow, that goes through your allies, okay? Your ally being there does not mean that you're safe. It'll go through them and hit you and kill you. It will kill you. And he'll heal some HP if he uses his big W, which is called Vicious Strikes. Let's go back a little bit here in the bottom lane. Oh man, it looks like that was a failing gauge. That's how that happened, but let's see. So, they know that she's in there, okay? They know she's there. Draven is doing it all, and farming, catching his axes. Now, they knew she was there. What were they doing? Draven with those big axes trying to get the execute and ends up doing so. And then Vayne trying to get something to happen in response to that. Oh, Vayne, you gotta get out of there. Just run. Just get out. Good job. Get out. No, Vayne. 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 Listen. No, Vayne. Stop. No. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You're going to die. Vayne. No. She ends up dodging the death there because she did not get stunned. And that's going to be some good damage onto the Annie, who's taking lots of damage from both the Vayne and the Gragas. But Draven ends up killing her. I told her she was going to die if she went in. But she didn't listen. And Gragas wants to get the kill on this Annie pretty bad. Throws out a barrel. And there's the cask. Double kill. Easy. And that's why Gragas is amazing. Okay? Thanks. Glad that you've learned your lessons. I'm going to need to see 100% more Gragases in competitive play. I'm going to see him in every ranked game from now on because of this video. Everybody should be showing how strong he is by getting into plat using just Gragas as a support, because he can fit any role. He's an excellent support. Are you kidding me? He's amazing as a support. Amazing. Think about all that poke. You don't even have to change the build. Just get a sight stone at some point. Just like with Annie, you just build AP with a sight stone. That's it. And even better, with the sight stone, your happy hour is even more effective. So building that little bit of HP is going to be plenty. Oh my god. It's just, he can do anything. He can go in top lane and beat your ass and out farm you and be a big boy. He can go in mid lane. He can beat your ass. He can out farm you. No problem. You need a support. Only person left to pick is Gragas. No problem. He can support. He can help you beat the enemy's ass, and he'll be a big boy. Easy mode with Gragas. Gragas is literally easy mode in an easy mode game. Talon going for the last hit. He actually got his Noxian diplomacy off there. You notice that the anus of Jax was bleeding all over the ground. That is when he actually hits his Noxian diplomacy. Why this is one of his main abilities is because it gives him some damage over time. And that's a great way to get kills. And it's not something that you should rely on for kills, especially against Jax. Here we see the classic Vayne in the wrong position. Here, let's look back at this, actually. Let's go back a little bit more, even. Alright, so when this engage happens, look at where Vayne is, okay? Look at where she is right now. Look at right now. Now it's good. Now look at her. Alright, so here's the initiation. Look at where Vayne is. She's in front. She was in front of her support. She was in front of the tank. That's why she died. That's not good positioning. I'm sorry. Amumu using his Curse of the Sad Mummy to help get a better positioning here. Soraka going to attempt to get something happening here, but does not end up really doing much. But in comes the Gragas once again, showing why he is the best right now, and getting a kill. No problem. 3 people there? 3 people fighting? No problem. Just go right in with Gragas and kill one. Easy. Easy mode, my friends. Easy mode. Jax here forced to get the farm on these golems, using his counter-strike to do that, so that he can be a big boy. Been seeing more and more of Jax's skins actually include weapons, which is a shame. They really should be giving him skins that do not have weapons. The whole point of Jax is that he doesn't use a weapon, because he's so good with weaponry that he doesn't need a weapon to be a successful fighter. Like, he uses a fucking lamppost instead of a conventional weapon designed to damage people, because he's so good at damaging people that he doesn't need weaponry. But now look, he's got this gigantic mace. That's not unconventional. It's a war mace. And it's huge. It's like designed to crush your skull by you just like touching it. If you just set it on someone's head, the sheer weight from it alone would probably crush their skull. And that's the weapon he's gonna pick. Like, come on, that's not Jax. Jax is creative. That's like the whole point of him. He's someone who likes to have fun with his abilities. Like, he's very confident, and he doesn't take himself too seriously in spite of that. Looks like there might have been an attempted gank here. Oh, he didn't know. He didn't know. Ooh, you didn't know? Yo ass better call somebody. He had no idea that Talon was there. No idea. He saw. I'm assuming that he saw the circle, but at that point he was like, oh no! Look at this Gragas right now. 2 words, buddies. Easy mode. That's right. No problem. Gragas getting those last hits, past the turret, and was threatening to kill Katarina at the same time. You can't do that with anyone else in this game. What are you going to do that with Singed in mid lane? Yeah, try going mid with Singed. See how that ends for you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, feel free. You could do that with Gragas. You can also do that in top lane with Gragas, because Gragas is the best right now. And he always will be. Especially when you go down and you get his regen up. You know, you can give him a ton of attack power using masteries and runes. He can get tons of regen between his attacks here because, I mean, that's one of the things that's making Mundo so powerful, is the masteries allow you to get a lot of health regen. You really can. And it allows Mundo to really push out his lanes and stay safe and give him tons and tons of sustain in his lane. It looks like Talon really wants the kill on this Jax, but does not end up doing the killing for him. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Not sure if Talon is going to invest in any items to counter the dodge of Jax, because it seems that the dodge from Jax is not really coming into play too much in these exchanges. Jax is kind of being a silly goose and porting in the middle of the fucking lane. We're going to see a flash used to have all the blades go through Jax before he relied on his auto attacks to try to kill him underneath the turret. Not the best place to engage Jax, by the way, underneath the turret. Unless you're Gragas, because Gragas doesn't care. Gragas is just going to kill you. Look at the damage. Let's see that again in slow motion. Alright, here we go. Katarina's like, I got half HP. I can defend this turret, no problem. Gragas is like, I want to kill these minions. Get some quick experience, you know. Okay. Got the minions, alright. Let me just regen some of my mana real quick. That's some good stuff. Okay. Alright, I'm ready. Here we go. Okay. And Katarina's like, okay, I'm just gonna stand over here. They'll never come in. Oh no. Pew. Bang. Bang. Oh god. My HP. Gragas, it's football time, bitch. Body slam. And death. Underneath the turret. 3-shot. Bada bing. So much damage on Gragas. Look at that barrel. Look at that. Doesn't care. Just throws it out. Throws it out to have it. Draven counter-initiating on your bad Amumu initiation. It's alright. You're Gragas. You can still get the kills. Boom. Annie trying to be alive. Not on your watch. You're Gragas. You can get the kills. Somebody chasing you. You know, it's alright. You're Gragas. You've got an escape. Throw out the barrel. No problem. Draven already used his Executioner Blades. He's not going to be using that to kill you. Amumu missed his pull. It's fine. You're Gragas. You can do this. Look, taking some damage from Draven. It's fine. You're Gragas. You've got regen. Just go back to base, you know, or maybe just chase anyway. Onomonster getting the quick kill onto Draven, as Gragas continues to be the best right now. 6-0. 6-0. 6-0. Just let that ferment in your brains. 6-0, Gragas. This is like the average score. You know, like this isn't even above average performance for Gragas. This is what everybody does with Gragas. Because Gragas, this may come as a shock to you, but Gragas is the best right now. The ward going to be going away soon in top lane. The ward does not tell him when Talon is up in this bush. Oh man, I missed another kill because Gragas gets them like immediately. So here's Olaf. Olaf's like, let's see this in slow motion. Okay, I'm a full HP Olaf. Took a little bit of damage from this vein, but I think I could take her. Get a little reckless strike here. Alright, I've only lost about, I don't know, an 18th, maybe a 16th of my HP. Throwing out that undertow. She doesn't have really anybody here. I see that Soraka's there. It's alright. She might throw a heal, but my true damage is going to be enough. Oh no. Is that Gragas? And that's how that happened. Even Katarina. She was like, uh-oh. You see how much damage that did to her? Oh, that's ridiculous. Let's see that again in slow motion. So Jax is like, okay, every other time I've been in lane with like half my HP missing, it's worked really well. So I'm just gonna sit here and farm. You know, just gonna get my last hits. Doing good. Last hitting away. Sounds like this guy has no idea. He's got no idea what I'm about to do. Let me just sneak around over here. Jack's just like doo, just going to last it. Oh, getting lots of damage on me. Oh, that damage over time's hitting me. The rake, the kill, the death. It's done. I'm pretty sure that the Ravenous Hydra that he will be getting very soon is part of why he's able to kill Jax so easily. Now, because of that area of effect that's being used on his attacks, spreading that damage out, he's able to really destroy Jax. And you notice that there was another reason why he let Jax last hit a few times. The less of the enemy creeps that are in the area, the less dodges that Jax will be getting. And when he's not dodging as much, he's going to be dying a whole lot more. You'll see a lot of him in that summoner's circle. Top turret going to be taken by the blue team while Olaf sits in this bush. Oh, I don't know if I agree with this, Olaf. Oh no. Olaf using his Ragnarok to get away. Oh, wait a minute. There was another kill by Gragas. Let's see that again in slow motion. Oh, let's go even further back. Okay. All right. Hi. I'm Katarina. Pretty high HP. Feeling pretty good. Got about 75% of my health coming in here. Gragas is like, okay. Hi. I'm Gragas. I've got a Rabadon's death cap. I've got an Athene's unholy grail. I'm not going to run out of mana. I've got ability power for days. Look at this ability power. Just read that right there. That's his ability power right now. There's that top turret getting killed, and here's the initiation. The barrel is rolled. No Shunpo. You'll notice. Still no Shunpo. She has nowhere to go. And there's the belly flop. Boom! And we're going to probably see an auto attack come in here. Good amount of damage. Good damage for a caster. More than what she's doing to him, as you can see. Look at the difference in damage. And she's just going to sit there and take it. Look, he's not even attacking. He's just standing there. This is incredible. What am I watching? And then he starts to walk away. Throws the barrel and just leaves. Oh, wait, he's not going to pop the barrel. Oh my god. That's hilarious. That was hilarious. You know who you can do that with? Gragas. You know who else can get away with that? Nobody. What, you think you are? Cho'Gath? Nah. You don't have to be Cho'Gath to do that. You're Gragas. Easy mode. Oh, look. Draven thinks he could take him. Does Draven understand that he's got his... Let's watch this again. Oh my god, it's too much fun. This Gragas is doing just... Okay, alright, I'm Draven. Alright, I'm about to do it all. I'm about to get up in this lane. It's gonna be okay. It's alright, team, I got this. What I'm gonna do is throw out my Q. Fuck. Okay, it's gonna be fine. I have the DPS to Alright, so there's the anti-stun. We're just gonna keep this a little slow here. Speed it up a little bit. No, there's not gonna be a fight. Okay. This is ridiculous, this Gragas, right? In comes a Mumu. We're gonna probably see some body slams and barrels coming up in here soon. There's the barrel, there's the body slam. Oh my god. It's not okay. 11 and 0. 170 farm. Okay, that's this Gragas right now. He's gonna get his Anyas. Oh god. He just bought home guard boots just because he wants to get back out and killing people more often. Amumu gets killed. Let's take a look back at that and see how that happened. Oh, he was stealing the blue buff. What'd I tell you about counter jungling as a Mumu? You can't. It doesn't work. You will not kill things fast enough. So it looks like the Executioner Blades came into play there, and a Death Lotus was used to confirm the kill. And pass the blue buff straight on to Katarina, who looks like she's trying to get a Deathfire Grasp. Maybe wanted a Lizandries at some point, but has now abandoned that for a Deathfire Grasp. She probably should have done that early game anyway. Deathfire Grasp is great on Katarina because it greatly increases the damage of her Death Lotus. Soraka going hunting, guys. Interesting. Sunfire Cape purchased on Amumu, relatively standard. Here we see the Black Cleaver well on its way for Talon. Maybe it'll be a Gunso's Rage Blade. No, not Rage. What am I saying? Gunso's Ghost Blade. Could be. I'm not sure. Maybe this Talon wants to do that. It gives you additional armor, penetration, and movement speed. Two things that a melee AD caster can definitely benefit from. And Talon certainly does like moving faster and hitting harder. That is certainly something that Talon likes to do, so he could be getting that item. Gragas and Soraka, I think that they are about to just win this game on their own, to be honest. Deathfire Grasp, purchased by Katarina. Could she surprise this Gragas? Could she stop this Gragas from rolling right through? Maybe, maybe not. Olaf is up in this Talon's grill. And now Gragas is up in... Oh my god, he flashed. That's a scary barrel. That's the scariest barrel he's ever seen. He actually flashed. He did not want to take this poke from that barrel. It's not even... Like, if he had a Rally's Crystal Scepter, okay, it makes sense. Like, if he hits you with that barrel, he's going to be able to follow up with the rest of the combo. But, I mean, taking a quick hit's not a big deal. You don't have to flash, for crying out loud. Gragas fighting the urge to throw the cask just in the middle of these three, because Annie will counterstun him, and then he will die. Soraka trying to bait somebody to go in on her. Doesn't look like it is going to be successful. Gragas continuing to push the mid lane by himself. Katarina wants to try to fight him. Not sure if I agree with it. Fap Time saying, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do it. I am. But they know he's not. Don't let him throw it a barrel. Don't let him do it. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it. He's going to... There it is. He threw it. I told you he was going to throw it. Ooh, that kills, though. Kills for days. No ignite needed. Uh-oh, counter initiation being very successful here. It would seem that fighting underneath the turret was not the best decision by the blue team, and it has ended with a bunch of shutdowns. And that's a good time for the purple team. That was a very, very silly decision by blue team. It's only 24 minutes into the game. Okay, relax. You're ahead, but you're not building tanky Gragas. You can't tank the turret. Not even a Moo can tank the turret. It's not late enough in the game. You know, he needs more regen. He needs more health. He needs more armor. They're going to be attacking this mid lane turret. Easy mode kills. We're going to see a barrel come out, take out these minions. Beautiful. Can Gragas tank a turret? Yes. Yes, he can tank a turret. Can he tank a turret 20 minutes into the game? No. Gragas cannot tank a turret 20 minutes into the game, especially when he has no armor. We may see his Zanyas at some point. He went for the Rabadons. I thought he was just going to go for straight up fucking Zanyas, but he actually goes Rabadons and makes his AP almost 600. His barrels, I believe that the industry term is hurt. Yes, they hurt. They do almost 1,000 damage by themselves. This thing definitely is just, these two add up to over 1,000 damage. Then he hits you with this, and that's another additional 500 damage. It's no joke. Okay, when he has Drunken Rage, he hurts. Gragas is dangerous when you do not have 2,000 HP. You need to get at least a Giant's Belt. You need it against Gragas, or he's going to destroy you. And even with 2,000 HP, if you're at half HP, then you can't take him 1v1. If he hits you with a Deathfire Grasp, and you have less than 2,000 HP and you get hit with that Deathfire Grasp, you're not going to survive if he gets his combo. It's not going to happen. And even if he doesn't get his combo, it's going to hurt enough to where you cannot continue. Cannot continue the fight. So a lot of what this is going to be is they're just going to be kind of like delaying the inevitable here. Silence thrown out by Soraka. They're just staying underneath their turret. They're going to succumb to the Gragas barrels eventually if they're not careful. I mean, Gragas can easily poke away. Talon is split pushing the top lane. Gets a quick kill on Annie. That's going to be pretty good for their initiation coming into the next fight. They've lost the Annie stun. They're probably going to actually initiate now. And that is a dead Jax. Guaranteed, no problem. Curse of the Sad Mummy is placed. It seems that the main symptom of being cursed by a Sad Mummy is a Gragas comes out of nowhere and does 1 billion damage to you, and most of your friends die. Soraka, I'm not sure if she used her ultimate. She does right now. What an asshole. Doesn't use her ultimate at any point in that fight. If she used her ultimate, Gragas would have gotten the kill onto Olaf, and probably could have followed up with a kill on Draven. But Soraka held on to that ultimate for some reason. What am I saying some reason? It was to save herself like a piece of shit. What an asshole. Of course, it's the rando that's a piece of shit in this game. What are you gonna do? What a monster gonna be pushing the bottom lane? Once they lose one of their inner turrets, the purple team has pretty much lost this game. So they're going to be holding onto those turrets as long as they can. We're going to see the dragon be attacked by Olaf here. The lower his HP becomes, the faster he attacks. Berserker Rage. 1% by each 1% of his health that is missing. He attacks pretty fast. No doubt about it, especially when he uses his Vicious Strikes. It actually increases his attack speed by 50%. So he can attack really fast, and he gets lots of lifesteal. So, going against a tanky Olaf can be very, very advantageous for the Olaf because he has so much HP that he can heal up for such a long time during the fight. And he's very, very deadly. As you can see, every 2.5% of his health it's missing, the more lifesteal he gets. So he's not only attacking faster the lower his HP is, he's also healing up more. And with a Spirit Visage, that becomes pretty difficult to deal with. You see that that's going to be his next item here. No, it's not. Never mind. Why would he not get it? Whatever. We'll see what his plans are. He's got a Spirit Cowl. What the hell are you doing, Amumu? That could have been terrible if Gragas wasn't there, but Gragas is there, so it's easy mode. Oh man, Gragas is getting that harass off, though. Amumu wants the enemy to come into him, and they're not. They know better. They know that there's enemies outside because there's a little minion there, and a little ward. Gragas tanking the turret. And heal some of that HP back, no problem. See Amumu pretty much immediately healing back the damage from that undertow. In the meantime, they were getting pushed in on the bottom lane by Vayne. And they lost one of their outer turrets. And like I said, that's going to be probably the end of the game for them. Now the blue team has a place where they can just come in and fight. And that's not good for the purple team. Originally, the purple team had those turrets to hide behind. They've lost one of their turrets, and now they're going to lose an inhibitor, and that's probably going to end with losing the game. Out comes the combo. Deathfire Grasp, Barrel Cask. Easy. I'm going to see lots of damage come out from this Olaf, but it's not going to be nearly enough to take out Gragas, as they take out this inhibitor, and they do not take any losses in that fight. Like I told you, they were going to lose the game as soon as they lost the turret, because they did not have that damage that they really, really need to stay in the game. Are we going to see Soraka heal the Amumu? No, she's not going to use her heal on him. There it is. Finally using her heal, giving him the armor that he could have used while tanking the turret. Long after he decides to not attack the turret, quick surrender from the purple team ends the game. And need I remind you that Gragas is the best right now, having a 2-0 death ratio to his kills, so he was getting 2 kills every single time he could have been dying, and he had 14 kills. Let me tell you something about 14 kills. He had the same amount of kills by himself, 14, as the entire enemy team. Gragas is the best right now. Lots of great games this stream. I'm really happy with this stream right now. That was great. It was a great stream. It's a shame no one ever comes here to watch it, but the few people that were here, I'm sure had some great entertaining matches that you got to see live. You'd see me reacting to them live, so I'm sure that was really fun. My YouTube subscribers really should be stopping by more often. I wish that they would, because, I mean, having more people here would be great. I stream at random hours of the early morning, so I know you guys don't sleep. So come on in. You can interact with me. I don't have a Google Plus account, so I can't respond to your comments. Please come by the stream. It's really the only way that I can interact with you anymore, until Google decides to stop trying to make Google Plus a thing and just lets us comment. So thanks for coming by once more. Have a good night.